just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that.
Coach, it's a day for celebration in the East Bay. It is, for all intents and purposes, the final chapter of what has been a great era of football here in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Johnny, Black, what is that? 55 to mine. I'm coming. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check, 3. Switch. Switch. Wait, got it. Let's go.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Shit. A little flare. Come on, switch gun deck. Let's go.
Jameis to throw it. Completes it to Lee. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fournette running out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there, as he'll take this up to about the 37. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Yeah, let's get set. Check. Hey, stop. Let's go. Green, come. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Winston. Complete to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
1st down, Jaguars.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for About 6 yards.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Winston. It's caught by Bryant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Winston. Bryant has it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Des Bryant, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
We're good. 180.
They'll run with Crowell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming. Fight down. 3. Alert 3.
Crowell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, echo. 47 Mike, 47. Express.
Set the tone, defense, let's go.
Snap comes at one, and it's Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March, came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego, over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. At the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
Down. Blue 80.
Check Mike 47.
You're mine.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
Hey, Charlie.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd down and 4, Carr. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
White down. White 85. Kill.
40.
Kill. Hey, seam 6.
Kill.
Protein spill.
Check.
White Monday. 29.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
First down carry now for Crowell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Hey, Delta.
Check, 47. Double dog, that's the way.
Hey, check Mike 47.
Shotgun now for Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Richard, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Winston. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Fournette, a 1st down carry. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39.
A gain of 21 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait in, enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Rush in. Express. Rush in.
Check 50. Check 50.
From the gun, it's Carr. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
White down. White 85. Watch the screen. Go Chief. Raider 1. Hey, wahoo. 44's Mike. Check. Let's go.
From the gun, Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Taken from just outside the 30. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Winston. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Come on, Phil.
On play action, Winston. He's going to go up top for the end. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook. As the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
180. I'm coming after you. 41's the mic. 46-18.
Yeah. You don't want none.
Mike 41, Mike 41.
Throwing again. Carr. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Carr gives to Richard. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Now Carr. And finding the tight end Wilson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Under 10, under pilot, 64, weak. Hey, check 24, check 24. Check.
On third down, Corral. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
47's the mic, boys.
Here we go on fourth down with Carr. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Express.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Hauling it in, Nelson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Nelson, his fourth touchdown on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
First down, Winston. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
We want it. Come to my work. Bang, 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 bang. Back, back, back.
To throw, Winston. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
And
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now Carr, a screen complete to Crowell. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Express. Get that ball. 48.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. This is Richard. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the 1st. And pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
White down. 185. 93.
41.
Express.
Check. 40.
Down.
Check.
X3. 218. Chopper.
41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
41's the Mike. 41's the
Hey, 734.
Hey, orbit.
Mike. 41.
61. Matchbox lights.
He's checking. Cracks.
On the run, it's Crowell. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the 1st by Few yards.
Calais Campbell on the stop. A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he completes it to Westbrook. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 40 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Wait. He's not going to get me.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. Back now in the East Bay. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Hey, we're good. 180.
They'll run on first down. Richard, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? The other one's helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Down. You 180. 44. 637.
Guys, out of time. Let's get off the field.
Bravo.
Off the field. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Throwing his car on third down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
First down, Jacksonville.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Even.
Working out of the gun, Winston. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. And it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st down, it's West. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready? Black 25 behind. You ain't got nothing. Flip it. Check 26, check 26, check 3. Let's convert. Shoot. Check 23. Shoot. Hey, stop. Kill. Hey, let's get a conversion. Kill. Turn up. Let's go.
Winston.
He's checked.
They'll find Everett there, complete.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ready? White 25. 951. I'm coming. Here we go. Even. Easy. Tight dog. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Jameis to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. This is caught. 16 yards, a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. good. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Again, it's Crowell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. To throw his Carr. It's caught by Crowell. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
44, Mike, smooth. Hey, come on, Monday, down. Wide, get wide. Raider 9.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tight end left. 3 down.
Fournette. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they take a knee. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Jacksonville, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.